Yo, what's up? What's up, MTV? It's your boy Carlos the Fifth, alright? And what we about to get into today with my homegirl Bianca is we about to get into the news, alright? So let's get into it. Bianca, you wanna introduce yourself?
Yes. That's it.
So yeah, we're doing the news now together without Denali.
Don't know her.
I just found out Kamala Harris wasn't black, because Kamala is a very African sounding name. I don't know what she wants to do. Do you know anything about this lady?
All I know, people are already canceling her before she's even hired
Why?
as president. Apparently, she's like really into prisons or something. She's like down.
For building more prisons.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I don't know if I mean, like, Obama was pretty, violent against people in other countries.
He definitely was an anti.
Does she have any good points? Any great selling points that aren't cancelable?
She's a woman.
Well, that's not enough. Your daddy is running,
Yes. Bernie Sanders. Bernie San.
and he's already raised what, $7 million, right, for his campaign. Pretty solid, I think.
Maybe Al Sharpton should run.
Al Sharpton should not run. Is he
Is he
endorsing?
okay?
He's endorsing Kamala Harris.
Is he
right?
okay physically?
I'll check.
He just doesn't look well.
Black History Month. Black History legend has been released from ISIS custody. 21 Savage is
Not
free.
ISIS.
Oh, not
ICE.
ISIS. ICE. Yeah. Damn, son. If ISIS took 21 Savage, it'd be a way better news story. But 21 Savage is out, which is bittersweet because we're glad that he's free and all that other stuff. But a lot of immigrants don't get once in ISIS custody they're not rich and famous, so they don't get the chance to be free so quickly after 10 days. A lot of them stay in for close to a month or over a month, and so whatever, man.
He could rebrand as a grime artist, I think.
21 Savage, you don't know. More than average. Magungo. Aren't you first generation?
Yes, American. So, I don't think I'm safe. Obvious. If he's not safe,
He's not first generation American, right? He immigrated from
still. I guess I'm an anchor baby. Kind of.
Does that leave your parents safe? No, right?
No, they're fine.
Me and my girlfriend are a bit stingy with money, but never towards our families or friends. Some of them are making fun at our expense. How can we diffuse the situation?
So you basically telling me your friends is trying to ball on you and you get, like, that's what it sounds like. Like, how they telling you stingy for going to a faraway place to spend less money on clothes and shit? Niggas is cutting your ass. Like, that's what it is. Like, they trying to say that you spending your bread on some fake shit or some shit like that. Because that's that faraway shit. And niggas know that they went to the right store. And it's either you going, like, the last situation. You either going to fight or you not going to do nothing about it. Because niggas ain't trying to hear, like, yo, could you please stop doing that? Niggas ain't trying to hear that. Like, they don't want you to be around them looking like that. That's basically what they trying to tell you. Niggas is not trying to see you, like, you fucking they style up and they trying to let you know, like, in a nice way. They trying to let you know that you can't be wearing that shit and walking with them. You just with a different type of team. You gotta see reality. I wouldn't really necessarily do it to a friend, but I would tell my friend, like, bro, you type 1 and shit like that. Like, niggas tell me when I'm type 1. That mean go home and shit. Unless you gonna switch what you got on. My own father even told me I was type 1 and I had to either go home or I was just not allowed in that scene and shit with what I had on. Like, sometimes it go like that. So you gotta, it's reality, you feel me? Like, dress code. That's what it is. It's dress code everywhere. You can't pull up to the club with fucking sweatpants on and shit like that. You know how they don't let niggas in with the sweatpants and shit. So some crews you can't pull up with the holes in your pants and shit like that. You feel me? Cause that shit not making the team look like they doing good. Yeah, judged as a unit, like you can't do it. I don't want to sound racist or nothing, bro, but like I did want to be like these rich white niggas 1 day or 2 days up. Probably like 3 weeks. Like I could go like a month and a half and shit, like on some, just to see what that shit is like. Cause it's like, yo, how your team mad with you and you trying to decide what to do because you not spending enough money. Like, bro, I never heard no broke nigga ever tell another nigga that he's spending too little of his bread. Like,
Long distance boyfriend and I signed a lease together while I still have another one. He wanted to move my things on my. I wanted to move my things on my own terms. He comes to visit me, packs all of my belongings, puts them in his truck, and tells me I have to move right now without me quitting my jobs or contacting my landlord. What do I do?
it sound like you getting kidnapped, basically. Like, you have a choice, you feel me? Like, you can either go with this nigga, but that was not part of your plans, because you could see he not, like...
She already went. He already got her to put her in the car.
Oh, she already in the car.
She's already there now. She's already in the next place, and she feels
How
depressed.
you... Nah. Because how you not wanting to go the whole ride there and shit? Like come on. Like, that's too... It's like now it's like you been had the opportunity. The opportunity to speak up was when you was in the car, and you should have been like, nah, you know what? I want to get out. You had probably like a good 3 or 4 hours or so to decide to get out the car. Like,
But he had all the stuff in the car.
so what? You could be like, bro, I want to go take my stuff out the car. Like, you are an adult, right or wrong? Like, that's what adults do, right? We say shit like that's not cool and what's cool and shit. Like, take me out of the car and my stuff out of the car.
She's 22 and he's 25, by the way. Just so you know.
All right, y'all acting like that, like he's like about to beat her up or something. Like,
He's in the
damn.
military. I feel like a guy.
Like, damn, like is this your man or is it your fucking parent? Like, you scared of him? Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even, nobody even hit nobody yet and you already mad scared? Like, nah, like, come on. You gotta get it together. Like, if you that scared, call the police and shit and pull up with them to get the shit out the car. Like, while y'all in the car and shit, you on the phone with them on the side. Yeah, we pulling up to this gas station right now. Alright. Then once you get there, they gonna help you get your shit out the car. Like, come on, y'all act too, like, this question is too stupid for me and shit. It's too stupid. Like, I don't understand how you could be in a relationship with somebody and not speak up for yourself. Like, then how y'all in a relationship? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But that nigga is wild. Niggas don't just grab shit into their car and just start dipping. Like, damn. Like, he's definitely on his like fake military shit. So I understand why he was a little shakes, but you should have called the cops, like your parents said, or told your father to spank him.
Speaking of Black History Month, another historical black figure, the biggest black rapist of all time. I think the most famous black rapist, R. Kelly, turned himself in today to face charges after being indicted, a month ago? For, what is it, 14 acts of child sex violations?
Trafficking?
No, not trafficking.
He never trafficked. Thank God.
I want to say it's 14 acts, but I think the girl was just 14 and it was more acts than that. R. Kelly's being charged with 10 acts of aggravated sexual abuse against 4 victims. That's it? There's way more than that. There's way more kids. Well, kids who are now adults. And some people who are still...
Even just on that documentary series.
Did you watch Surviving R. Kelly?
Yes. In one day.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I know where this is going.
All of it.
More rape. I'm a little bit upset that he's not being charged for like a bunch of other stuff like the child pornography and then. Hi Rose.
Man.
Do your thing.
One thing about AI, it's nice and everything, but I don't want to see a white lady being a robot and being oppressed by a Hispanic man who looks like he's from the Middle East in the fucking movie. Like, I don't want to see. Even in the movie, like, she didn't have nothing. Like, her titties were average, her butt was average. I mean, I had nothing to look at, and I bet Ethan didn't have either. It was pretty, like, bland in a way that I was just like, you know, like, so my attention wasn't there. Her just, like, running around and trying to escape and everything, and her trying to find herself in a way, kind of like, and getting saved, or, I don't know, getting the strength to get the fuck out of there by this weenie guy who's really from Britain. And it's just like, it gets me really annoyed how a movie like that, like, is trying to get me into, like, feeling sorry for this white robot. If this movie was with that British guy and it had another white man as a British guy, I would not be like, oh, this movie is terrible because it's about white people. I mean, like, everything is white, whatever. I feel like when white men are trying to say, oh, but AI, it's modern, it's, you know, it's out there, you know, like, let's talk about it, let's talk about the deepness out of it. But don't you find it interesting that, you know, she went that far to get to... No, I don't find it interesting. I fucking don't, honestly. What the fuck are you worried about? Like, you was born in a fucking lab, and then all of a sudden, what, you couldn't Google about what happened in United States history? Why? Did him being Hispanic made things a lot more complicated? Like, what I wanted to see in the movie, okay, the guy is Hispanic. She's born in the lab. She sees that, you know, white men are trash and everything. And then she sees that there is this Hispanic guy. Might he hate himself maybe because he's Hispanic? And you know how, you know, the whole thing is going on. And no, there's none of that. It's just her trying to get out, but she has, like, I feel like they're trying too hard to make the audience feel sorry for her. Maybe I'm just a mad jealous Hispanic lady. Maybe that's what it is. But the thing is, like, I feel like white men specifically, they don't know how white women... This might be too much, but I really do think that white women are the reason why everything is shitty. Because if I have a white man and I'm white right there, not like this type of white, but a different type of white, and I had the money and I had a family that could back me up and take me out of jail, give me a good lawyer, like, I'd kill him. It just gets me fucking mad, because it's like, it's also like, you have this whole thing about whether race is a biological thing or not, and then you have this annoying ass smart man coming out of nowhere and choosing for this robot to be white. Why couldn't the robot be furry? Why couldn't the robot be jean jacket leather? You choosing to make this skin leathery white, and it just doesn't make sense to me. You're doing this AI movie and you're expecting people who are interested in this whole AI thing, aka us, nerds, geeks, and all these horny fucks into the movie. And then the thing is, okay, fine, you're choosing a white woman, but this lady has nothing. Nothing. What does she have? Nothing. She has no ass. Nothing. Like, there's nothing for me to be like, oh, wow, this is something interesting. Nada. I would rate it 0 because I don't like it. I really fucking hate it.
Another Robert is involved in some sexual cases. Robert Kraft is the owner of the New England Patriots. Is arrested. Well, not arrested. He is facing misdemeanor charges for 2 counts of prostitute soliciting. So, you know,
If he was the prostitute, that would be much more interesting.
Yeah, it's not that interesting, especially being that he
An
just won
old
the
white
Super Bowl.
man looking for sex workers. No.
Yeah, that's everyday shit.
The oldest trick in the book, literally.
But this prostitution ring now makes his 7th championship ring, right? He's got the ring of
It's a ring?
it was a prostitution ring.
He was in it?
He was involved with it. That's what they said in the news thing I read. Jussie Smollett. faked his own gay hate attack. It's a waste of time.
It's the best episode of Empire.
He could have just
I've
walked
ever seen.
through the hood in a very flamboyant way. Not saying that you can always tell a gay person, but you can always tell niggas will attack anybody for even looking remotely gay all the time. I used to wear this glow-in-the-dark monkey t-shirt. It was a monkey with this with these glow-in-the-dark shades. And at night, when I get off the train in the Bronx, niggas would always press me like, yo, what the fuck you wearing? So I don't think he needed to fake it. He would have been fine. Gay niggas get beat up every day.
I mean, it's kind of smart to get your personal trainer to be your ass.
It was his personal trainer?
One of them was.
So he knew where to hit him and shit.
Yeah.
He knew his strongest
He probably
parts.
practiced. He is an actor.
Niggas rehearsed it and shit just in case the cameras were rolling.
He has a mugshot that looks, I think it's in the same police department as the R. Kelly one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like, has the same indent on the wall.
Damn, man. Niggas is fucking up. Signing off for NNN, it's your boy, Carlos the Fifth, and I'm here with...
Me.
And you know what it is, man. Tune in next time when I try to finish a burrito this big. Peace. I want to be that guy so much.
Okay.